At first glance, it seems confusing. Ancient humans were constantly moving, hunting, gathering, and living in natural environments. They didn't spend their days sitting behind desks or staring at screens like many people do today. They ate natural foods, breathed clean air, and stayed physically active almost every day. By modern standards, that sounds like the perfect recipe for a long and healthy life. So why did most of them still die young? The answer is that active living does not automatically mean a long life. One of the biggest reasons was disease. Ancient humans had no antibiotics, no vaccines, and no understanding of germs or bacteria. Even a tiny cut on the skin could become infected, and something as simple as a toothache could develop into a life-threatening infection that spread throughout the body. Illnesses that doctors treat within days today often became death sentences thousands of years ago. Another major reason was injury. Everyday life demanded enormous physical effort. Hunting dangerous animals, climbing rough terrain, carrying heavy loads, crossing rivers, and building shelters all came with constant risks. A broken leg, a deep wound, or a serious fall could leave someone unable to hunt or gather food. And without surgery or modern medical care, many injuries became fatal. Food was another challenge. Although ancient humans ate natural diets filled with meat, fish, fruits, nuts, and wild plants, food was never guaranteed. Successful hunts could be followed by weeks of failure. Droughts, harsh winters, floods, or disappearing animal herds could quickly lead to famine. Malnutrition weakened the body, making it much harder to fight disease or recover from injuries. Childhood was even more dangerous. Many children never reached adulthood because of infections, poor nutrition, accidents, or harsh environmental conditions. Since so many people died at a young age, the average lifespan of ancient populations became much lower than people often imagine. Environmental exposure also played a huge role. Ancient humans had no insulated homes, central heating, waterproof clothing, or reliable protection from extreme weather. Freezing winters, scorching summers, violent storms, and constant exposure to the elements place tremendous stress on the human body. There is also an important misunderstanding about lifespan statistics. When scientists say ancient humans had short average lifespans, it does not mean nobody grew old. Many people who survived childhood and avoided serious illness or injury lived into their 50s, 60s, or even beyond. However, because so many people died during infancy, childhood, or early adulthood, the overall average remained very low. Everything began to change with modern medicine and sanitation. Clean drinking water, antibiotics, safe surgeries, vaccines, and improved hygiene dramatically increased survival rates across the world. Diseases that once killed millions became preventable or treatable, and injuries that would have ended a life thousands of years ago could now be repaired. In comparison, ancient humans lived in a world where survival depended heavily on luck, physical strength, cooperation, and avoiding countless invisible dangers. So even though ancient humans were incredibly strong, highly active, and deeply connected to nature, their world was far more dangerous than ours in ways we often forget today.